Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is card of the day. It's Halloween. I'm doing a triptych door. I've got the Mystical Shaman Oracle and the Wild Unknown Tarot. So I got, for the triptych door, I have two cards on the side. That's going to be this guy. And then the union of the two opposites, which is essentially the cards, is going to be the one in the middle. Okay, so I have two cards here. I'm only going to take the one on the top. Leave that one on the bottom of the deck. Can't really see my earrings at all. They're little spider webs. They're spider webs. Little rhinestone spiders. Okay. And a shaman card. I have nowhere to go. It's just Halloween, and I'm surprised there's kids outside running around trick-or-treating. Not only because it's like 30 degrees out, but also because of COVID. I don't know. I suppose they're giving out candy at all the houses with the Trump Pence signs, because they don't give a shit about fucking health concerns. Alright. Interesting. So, I have the Daughter of Wands. This is the page. The idea that I'm getting with this is piercing infinity. Fire energy. You know, also, like, if you have a snake loose in your house, and they come and get it, and they get it with, like, the stick with, like, the little tongs on the end, that's what that reminds me of. Someone has this snake illegally as a pet, and they decided they didn't want it, so they let it outside because they didn't want to take care of it anymore. And it's not a native species to the area, and then it's used to being in a house, so it goes and crawls into somebody else's house. Then they call pest control. They're like, hey, this snake is loose in my house. And the guy comes and get it with the stick with the little tongs on the end of it. Who's trying to control your destiny? 10 of Pentacles. So we have 11 and we have 10. This could be a 1. In this case, probably because the card in the middle has a 2 on it. So we have a 10. An X. In Roman numerals. But this is, it's not showing up because my webcam sucks ass, but the, in the not fun way. The, I was trying to keep a straight face, but I couldn't. We have all these chakra energies here. So, the 10 of Pentacles. Let me just check the energy. I'm in a mood tonight, I tell you. Oh, okay, it's Mercury in Virgo. Mercury is currently in Libra. You know what's weird, though? I was thinking about this the other day, because Mercury went backwards into Libra, and Venus went frontwards from Virgo into Libra on the 29th. So, number 2. It's supposed to be a 2. It's blurry because my webcam, again, crap. 2 days ago. When someone is dancing, when you're dancing partners, typical dance partner is male, like a man and a woman. right, historically. And the man leads. So the man dances from his point of view, he's always moving forward, while he pushes the female around and leads her. And there's this part in Greece where Jan and whatever guy she gets, I think she's with the blonde one, but I could be mistaken. I don't remember what Danny's friends' names are, but so Jan's partner at the big dance off, and he's like, "Why don't you let me lead for a while, for a change?" And she's like, "I can't help it. I'm used to leading." But then there was also this other saying, where it was like, who was the woman that always danced with Gene Kelly? Might have been Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. It was like, whatever her name was, just say it's Ginger. So, like, Ginger Rogers did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And that's what that reminds me of, because the way that the planets are now, Mercury is technically the masculine energy. Because Mercury is the same as Hermes, a male god. Especially because when he mated with Venus... Ooh, interesting. When Hermes and Aphrodite had a baby, it was Hermaphroditus. It was the androgyne. But it was the union of masculine and feminine energy, right? So in that case, Hermes was playing the male role instead of Ares, like the war god. He was like more mischievous. And then Aphrodite is the same as Venus. So we have Venus and Mercury in Libra. She owns that house, or she owns that sign. And because when Venus was just going through Virgo, she was in Mercury's house. I don't mean like the astrological houses. I mean like their territory. Who owns these fields? Mercury owns these fields that you're sauntering through. And the way that the planets are moving, because Mercury's backwards, it's like Venus is leading. Right? She's dancing. She's like, "Oh, we're in my house. I lead, because I'm used to leading in my house." So that was a long walk to get there. This to me feels like, it looks kind of like a record. And I feel like this goes with this in saying, like, I want to be in a home that's comfortable. Right? It's sort of like somebody thought that they could domesticate me and make me their pet and have me tell me what to do, and I would just obey and sit in the corner and nibble on my icy mice treats and just look pretty. But they realized that I had my own core energy, and they're like, "Ooh, I don't like that. Get out of here." So it's like I'm looking for this home, and I'm just sort of lost. And when I try to go in somewhere and fit in somewhere, someone puts those little tongs on my neck and drags me out again. It's not my fault I'm here, but somehow part of my journey. This is the Andean Cross. Now the way that this is, there should be 12 corners. 12 signs of the zodiac. And this is a portal. And it feels like, it almost feels like rewinding. Like I'm sucking something back through the portal. And I'm pretty sure that one of the phrases in the book for this says threading the eye of the needle, which is actually kind of similar to what this is like. It looks like a thread in a needle. But it's sort of like, what does it have to do with this card? Halloween is a gateway. And this is like, well, the portal is closing. You know, if you're going to catch that snake, you better get it now. But let me see what's on the bottom of these decks, because I'm getting this information, but it doesn't seem to go together necessarily. So I have the sun inverted. This looks like also like a portal being sucked backwards. Oh, you know what I said one time when I got this card, especially with it inverted? It was like being pulled back by the seat of your pants. It's like if you aren't willing to work on yourself and propel yourself forward, there's certain checkpoints in the universe in terms of your life journey. This kind of looks like a portal also. It's like if you go through the portal the right way, things will look sort of easy. This is one option, right? 2 usually means a choice in the lower vibration. In the major arcana, 2 is the high priestess. She knows what the choice is. The sun is 19. It breaks down to 10. So we're dealing with the same sort of completion. And this is sort of like Sonic running to get the Chaos Emerald. This is like being slingshotted. The universe says you have to make this checkpoint. And you're like, well, and it's sort of picks you out by the scruff of your neck and drags you backwards out. It's like, you're not supposed to be in that house. You're supposed to be over here. So this is like being dragged by your, like, the back of your pants, or like by the back of your belt through a portal. You're like, I'm scared. It feels like I'm being sucked into darkness. Well, because you're looking backwards. It's ludicrous speed. And I'll notice also the sun inverted is the moon. We have the full moon in Taurus tonight. Taurus is also ruled by Venus, so we're in her house right now. Okay, so what's on the bottom 48? The Sorcerer. This is the black magic card in this deck. Now, I could go get the book and read it. And it's got these chakras here. He's moving quickly. He's like in charge of it. There's certain things, the sorcerer energy, where you can cause things to happen, but it's kind of also like the magician in reverse. You can't, at the same time as the universe will force things upon you, force you to go through the portal like this. There's other times where you're trying to force things to happen, and it's not the right time, and it'll sort of backfire against you, right? It end up creating karma. There's 48 here. 4 is the Emperor number. That's Martian energy. Aries energy. 8 can be Libra, but it's usually strength, which is masculine energy. Leo, the sun. The way that I see this, there is, you know, is this guy the snake charmer? It's like, what if I put you over here? Does it go very well for you? I mean, this is... I'm trying to find a way to explain this. I might actually have to get the book for this Sorcerer card. I'm considering. I think I need to. Hold on. I'm gonna get it down the stack. I hope this thing doesn't, like, slow down in the middle of the video and mess up the sound quality. Like, drop me a couple octaves and it would take a couple minutes to catch up. Okay, so let me... 48. I forgot that I can't see stuff that well without my glasses on. I was like, why can't I read that? Why is it blurry? It's like, duh, because I can't see. The source of dark power represents the destructive aspect of the human psyche and the self-centered behavior that harms others. Right? Oh, well, I didn't really want this snake. I'm going to make life easier for myself and dump it outside. I don't care what happens to anybody else dealing with it. The unconscious beliefs and ideas that foster separation, conflict, and scarcity. Look at how your beliefs around scarcity and self-centered fear manifest in your world. Examine the destructive part of your psyche that misuses power or harbors feelings of resentment, vengeance, lust, greed, bigotry, or hatred. A lot of this is stuff that we're dealing with this year. Right? Halloween is like the day of death, essentially. So not only do we have death on Halloween, but we have the moon being full. Right? The goddess energy is pregnant and is about to drop her waters everywhere. This is the thing that's going to shove people through the portal, whether they want to or not. Some people aren't going to want to go through that. They're not going to want to give up the stranglehold on, like, I hate you. Some people are ready. I just heard, like, come on, get happy. That's such a weird song reference. And then 8 again. 8, strength, justice. Don't give me fucking pop-ups when I'm in the middle of a reading, you son of a bitch. Okay, where's my god? Perhaps you've harmed someone because of these dark tendencies. If so, not all is lost. Have we not seen that, like, for the last 4 years in the United States? You know what I mean? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. You've only forgotten that all beings are interconnected to the unit. And oh my god, I can't even read. Mercury retrograde. You have only forgotten that all beings are interconnected and the universe is abundant. Challenges you to change your thinking. Notice how I mentioned that lower vibrational 2s are choices. 2 of Swords is learning other perspectives. Change. Second chance. Correct your course. Practice not blaming others for the darkness that lives inside you. Right? Course correction. This car is turning around whether you want it to or not. You're being dragged by the seat of your pants into the sunlight. And you're not going to be able to hide out in the darkness because the moon is fucking full tonight, bitches. Let me just skim. I want to see what number 2 says for medicine with this Andean Cross. Because I think that's important too. The start to a great journey. Wait, hang on. The time has passed and the window of opportunity has closed. Didn't I fucking say